be for our first one. We'd like to thank the Commonwealth for doing this for us. Jim Dawson is going to come talk to us for just a few minutes and share some thoughts from his life and how God has worked in his life, and just give us all some encouragement. So y'all please help me welcome Jim Dawson.
Well, that's the best welcome I've had in a long time. I appreciate that. As Christopher was saying, we are trying a little different format than what we've had in the past years. We initially got started with the CBMC through Scooter Williams, who was Charlie Bowman's son. And Scooter got involved with CBMC in Mobile about 4 years ago as a result of a neighbor of his inviting him to a CBMC meeting. And as a result, he completely changed his life. He completely turned around and was living strictly for the Lord and reaching out to other people and helping them to come to know the Lord as well. And as a result, Charlie, I know, went down and visited with CBMC in Mobile and then invited Scooter to come up for one of our National Day of Prayers. I guess it was 4 years in April. And he came up and was our speaker. And we were so impressed with what the CBMC has done and what it consisted of. Charlie wanted us to see about getting the chapel started here in Gadsden. So Charlie got me and H.M. and Rick, I don't remember if Joe was with us or not, but we all went up to Chattanooga to the main headquarters. And we visited with them and went to one of their meetings. And as a result, we met with several of the men that head up the CBMC there, and we found out what it would take to get one started here. And they were very supportive, helped us to get speakers and this sort of thing. We've been meeting for a little over 3 years now, every month, usually a month. But as Christopher indicated, we're starting a little different format now, trying to meet in the mornings, and we're going to try to meet in different businesses, whether it be car dealership or banks or we're in the contractor's office, and we'll try to allow us to meet with different people that we maybe don't associate with on a regular basis. We don't necessarily do business with. It's not about making business contact. It's about sharing the love of Jesus Christ with our business community, and hopefully we can get people who maybe aren't church, people that we work with, associates, employees, come and be a part of us as well and learn what it is to really have a Christian organization. And I'm telling you, when you run your company as a Christian organization, praying for your employees, they're praying for you, and they see how you act at work as opposed to just the church, it makes a tremendous difference. And I think that'll make a difference not only in your workplace, but it'll make a difference in the city. And who knows? There's some really neat things that are happening in our city right now. We've been meeting with our church and talking about some things. So in the next few weeks, I think we're going to be seeing some things happening that's really going to start changing in the city of Gadsden and hopefully in our nation. So without further ado, of course, I'm up here to give my testimonies. And I'll tell you a little bit about my life prior to becoming a Christian. By no means I'm trying to glorify my life before being a Christian. But, when I grew up in East Gadsden. My father was a contractor. And so as a small kid, I followed my dad around. I can remember as a little bitty kid, he walking me down the street, and I was playing the sand pile while he built foundations for houses in the street. And then later became a general contractor. And so I was always on the job site. By the time I was 11 years old, I was grown, still am. And so on the job site, you kind of grow up real fast. You're around a lot of different people that a lot of those are in church, you know. And so a lot of things I got into at an early age. When I was about 11 years old, I was going out on the job site. And from that point forward, I began to get into things. Well, there was a neighbor that had moved in behind us in our house, and they were going to church over these guys. Well, I had gone there on occasion. I family was not church-going type family per se. And so I had gone to church a couple of times, and we were having special services, and so we went, and as an end result, we went down, decided to get our lives to the Lord. And my understanding at that point in time, and I dedicated my life to the Lord was that, my sins were washed away, but from that point forward, my understanding was it was up to me to do the state sin. Well, as we know, that just doesn't happen. And as I grew into my teenage years, of course, I got involved in things like drinking, and eventually got into drugs. And I felt like I had let the Lord down. I hadn't been able to stay sin free. I knew the Lord was there, but I was really kind of putting Him aside because I was really afraid to face it, to be honest with you. And as I got older, in high school, things, of course, I was drinking on a regular basis in high school. I was sort of a popular guy in high school. I was a drum major in the band and different things. But still, outside of that, a lot of things were happening in my life. And then after high school, drugs became more a part of my life. And for about 10 years, drugs were a big part of my life, to the point where I was getting a lot of other people involved in it. Charlie, I know you probably remember D.B. Dixon. There were some apartments that he had across from Alice Chambers out in East Gadsden. We had a whole group of those. There was a lot of people that I had gone to school with that I didn't associate with anymore. I had a whole new realm of friends that were all involved in a lot of the same things that I was involved in. We had all these apartments over there. I worked at Alice Chambers. I still worked. But, I was doing drugs on a regular basis every day. My whole day, every day consisted of, what am I going to get to do today? And, every young girl that ran away from home, it seemed like they ended up at our apartments. And so, as a result, the narcotics squad was out there a lot. And I know Captain Diggs, every time he'd see me, I had a little red sports car. Every time he'd see me anywhere in that little red sports car, he'd pull me over and search me and all these things. So we had to be real coy about the things we were doing.